thank you for joining us for another episode of ONT Now. I'm sitting here today with Edward McCreary, who is the project manager for Chicago Shakespeare Theater's Shakespeare in the Park. Hello, Edward.
Hello.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
It's a beautiful day. We're out here at Calumet Park for a production of A Comedy of Errors, which is today, but unfortunately you're seeing this Monday, which means the show has already happened. But this is a touring show, so tell everyone where they can catch it and tell them about the show.
So fortunately, after today, we've still got 1 week left. Wednesday, we're down at Ogden Park in Englewood. Thursday, we're at Piotrowski Park in Little Village. We have 2 nights in Wells Park, Friday and Saturday in Lincoln Square. And then we finish off our tour on August 18th at Pinktown Memorial Park in Chinatown.
Great, so you have many more opportunities to catch this production. So tell us a little bit about the show and any thoughts and feelings you have about people who need to come out and see it.
Well, it's a really fun show. It's about a 75-minute version of the Comedy of Errors. There's lots of acrobatics and juggling and physical comedy in it, so it's really easy for anyone to engage with and enjoy, all ages, all walks of life. So it's really fun, and we've got a fantastic cast this year who just really engages. They're running in and out of the audience and really making people feel like they're a part of the show, which it seems like the audiences in the parks have loved so far.
Oh, that's great. Sounds like a lot of fun. And so tell me how you got involved with Shakespeare in the Park.
So I'm actually part of a graduate program, an MFA in Arts Leadership, where I work full-time at Chicago Shakespeare Theater and then take classes at DePaul University. And so I feel very fortunate that one of the projects the fellows get to work on is helping to project manage Shakespeare in the Parks. And so I did a lot of work with aldermen and park supervisors, and I'm lucky because in our 8th year of doing this tour, we developed over 750 community partnerships that we're able to embrace and engage with, and who are just as excited as we are that we're coming back every year. And so it's made my life easy.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're so glad. We're so glad that you do this. Where we live in the Southeast Side community, there is not a lot of theater, so the fact that you bring this here to open up the arts to a new audience is great, and we're very appreciative of it. So thank you so much for coming out.
Well, the feeling's mutual. We're grateful to be welcomed by all of these neighborhoods and communities, and just feel like we're a part of something special for the summer.
Great. So since this is about to wrap up, what's next for you?
I don't know. I'll continue working in the theater for another year, and hopefully get to be a part of Shakespeare in the Parks next summer. We've been very fortunate to have the support of the Chicago Park District and Mayor Lightfoot this year, and all of our incredible partners who work with us to make this happen and make this a free program for everyone to enjoy.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is a free program, so please take advantage. Okay, well, is there anything else you'd like to tell the folks at home?
Come join us. It's a lot of fun. Bring your dog, bring your blanket, bring a picnic. We're gonna have a good time. Great.
Well, thank you so much for joining us for another episode of ONT Now. I am sitting here with actress Andrea San Miguel, who is a performer in A Comedy of Errors. Hi, Andrea.
Hi.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much for having me.
So tell me, what do you do in the show?
Okay, so I am an actress in Chicago Shakespeare in the Parks show this year. I'm playing Luciana, and I'm also doing community engagement consulting work for Chicago Shakespeare in the Parks.
Now, what does that entail?
Okay, so being a community engagement consultant, I speak to a lot of aldermen and park supervisors. I basically tell them how a typical day is going to go when the cast arrives to the parks, what the setup will be like, and I also help promote the show and tell them how they can promote the show within their community as well. So I do that. I also try and find local talent to perform in our green shows.
Ooh, did you hear that? Local talent.
You can feel it all over people. You can feel it all over. You can feel it all over people.
Our green shows consist of local talent from that particular neighborhood that we are visiting on that day. So right now we're at Calumet. I will get, dancers, musicians, spoken word artists, cultural dancers as well, and we try and promote that talent from within the community. What I love about Chicago Shakespeare and in the parks and their ideas of a green show, it's really about not just, you know, us bringing culture to the parks, it's about us sharing culture with the community that we go to.
Which is great. Something I said earlier is that in this area, we don't have a whole lot of theater. There's not a whole lot of that, so the fact that you are here doing it means a lot to us, so thank you so much for coming.
Oh yeah, I grew up in a place where there wasn't a lot of theater as well, in San Antonio, Texas actually, and so I was very lucky to find Shakespeare when I was in high school. And you know, sometimes that is the case. Sometimes young people aren't introduced to Shakespeare until they're in high school,
Yes,
or
I
sometimes
remember.
later, even in college. And that's why I really love the Parks program, because we go out into the communities, into these neighborhoods, and we bring a completely free show. And it's great because I feel like there are, you know, some people out there who, you know, can't otherwise afford the cost of a ticket, or can't really get downtown on Navy Pier where we're located. Or sometimes, you know, don't think that Shakespeare is for them. And really, Chicago Shakespeare in the Parks is like the show that we have is so fun, it's entertaining, you'll laugh, it's acrobatic. We have jugglers and we have tumblers, so it's really for everybody, of all ages, you know.
That's really exciting. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see it myself.
Yeah.
So how did you get into acting?
How I got into acting, actually, I was in high school and I saw my first Shakespeare play. And
which play was that?
That was The Merchant of Venice.
That's a good one.
It is, yeah. And it's really interesting. I found myself actually relating to the most unlikely of characters, which is Shylock, who is an older Jewish man. And of all things, I was like, why am I relating to that character on stage? You know, and I realized that was the real power of Shakespeare, that I, as a young high school girl, can relate to somebody who's completely different from me. And I think that that's the real power of theater, particularly Shakespeare. I mean, his language is completely unparalleled, but his characters are so huge and completely relatable. And I think it's really, really important to, you know, take opportunities like this to come out to see free Shakespeare and turn to your neighbor and who might be a stranger and say, you know, what do you think? Or did you like it? Did you not like it?
Yeah, well, we really appreciate it. So thank you so much for coming out. Thank you for taking the time to talk with me. It really means a lot. It's so nice to meet you.
Yeah, it's so nice to meet you, and I hope you like it.
You're gonna love it. Love it. Thank you so much again for watching an episode of ONT Now.
We're here for another episode of ONT Now.
Another episode.
Yeah, so big news, big news.
You're watching ONT Now.